we're going to start the presentations. And Alyssa, I'm going to start with you because we're waiting for Fritz. And we can start with your presentation from the art department. Before Alyssa DeChick starts, I would just like to remind people that in the event we need to evacuate the room, there are 4 exits. They're clearly marked. Please make sure you exit in an orderly fashion. Thank you. Alyssa DeChick, Fairport High School art teacher.
Okay, good evening. I'm here to present the art department's, our student participation in a couple of shows that we had. Just waiting for the slideshow. How do I do that? So we're proud to present the artwork from 2 exhibits that our students were able to participate in this year. Sorry. Which button am I hitting?
Luke, which button?
Okay. All right, our first is the Through the Lens exhibit that just closed last Sunday, and this was at the Image City Gallery down on University. We had the opportunity to showcase the work from 10 of our photography students, and I'm here to show their work. Okay. This was a great opportunity. There were 13 other school districts that participated in this event. And if you take a look, that's the poster for the exhibit. Those are the schools that participated. And we got the honor where Caitlin LaChase's photo, who she is a sophomore here at Fairport High School, her photo up there was selected to be on the poster. That's her brother Trey. This is an example of a forced perspective photo to play around with scale. So we congratulate Kaden for her photo, Bigfoot. And that was the original photo. The next photo is by Henry Meyer, and this is Beyond These Walls. I also had selected, I was able to place 2 images by Henry, and his dad was an incredible model for his portrait unit. And his second photo was Rain. Our next student, this photo, The Night Unseen, is by Colin Granville. Colin is a senior at Fairport High School. I think he was able to snap this right before quarantine. So this was taken at the right in the middle of last year. Delaney Markle is another senior. She has been asked by several students to take senior pictures. And this is one of her sittings that she's done. This is a photo of Garrett Abel. And the second image is Molly, very talented student who will be going to Fredonia next year. Josh Vermeulen took this photo. This is an example of a flat lay, or as we know, an aerial shot, but these have become very popular in graphic design and advertisements where you're taking an overhead shot of items. Oops, I don't know how to go back. Thank you. Riley Riddell took this photo of Bristol. Very nice portrait. This portrait was by Maya Biedenbach, and this is Light in the Darkness. And can anyone tell where that was taken? Yep, up at Cobb's Hill. Maya is a sophomore. Oops. Okay, Fardine Begg is a Fairport High School senior. This is called Golden Hour, and this was taken of our beloved lift bridge. This is a macro photo, which is a super close-up of a pea pod taken by Paige Foster, who is a Fairport High School senior. This next one is by Pearson Kent, who is also a senior at Fairport High School. He's been doing a lot of experimentations with Photoshop, if you look closely. This one is called Double Take, so he's been doing a lot of kind of like double exposures with this photo. Our next exhibit is, I'm here to present about the RIT Start Here exhibit. This is an annual show that all local high schools are invited to participate in. Each art teacher only has the opportunity to showcase 2 pieces of artwork. We were tasked with a very tight deadline. So usually we have, you know, every day of instruction all the way up through December. So we have a lot of time with these kids. We didn't have a lot of time this year. But each teacher was able to choose 2 student pieces to send off to the show, and it exhibited work from all over the Finger Lakes and Rochester area schools. This first piece was by Gwen Burns. It is When Life Gives You Lemons. It's a mixed media illustration, and this was produced through our Artist in Residence program with the artist Rhonda Allen and teacher Lori Warnett. This next one is another portrait called Forest Spirit by Madison Hennessy. She is a junior here at Fairport High School, and this won a special award. It's the Medical Illustration Award for 2-dimensional work. Again, you're seeing a couple other photos, and this is, again, Colin Granville's The Night Unseen. Colin is going to school in Florida. I can't remember which school it is, but. Okay. And Fardine Beggs, Golden Hour, again. We have a very special earth. We call this ephemeral art, and this is a piece by Hila Sultani called Unsealed, and it is a nature photo. And the teacher is Christy Germano at Johann Perrin. And this won the Art Education 3D Award. This next piece by, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce her name right, Laura Malachi de Carvalho, is a tribute to the girl with the pearl earring. And this was a painting done by done in the class with Christy Germano. And we have a gargoyle mug by Sam Shaw. Teacher is Chris Sequeira at Martha Brown High School, Middle School. Excuse me. And this is a clay ceramic piece. And Bryn Tonovitz did this acrylic painting of Moonrise. She's a 6th grader, and her teacher is Chris Sequeira. I think that might be it. So we just wanted to congratulate all of these wonderful artists, the talent that we have here in Fairport. We love to be able to celebrate the arts, and we hope that we have more opportunity to share student work with you as well. So congratulations to all the students.
They did a much better job than I could have ever done in my report. So thank you for coming. We're really grateful for the opportunities that our staff gives our students. What an expression. My favorite one. They're all amazing, but when life gives you lemons. I mean, that's very appropriate. So
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Alyssa. Next, do we have athletics? Great. We're going to be zooming in with Fritz Killian, our Director of Athletics, and he's going to award the winner Sparler athlete. Thank you. Great job.
Thanks, everybody. Good evening. Can you hear me okay? Hear me okay?
we can hear you, but we can't see it, but I'm sure that's all being adjusted right now.
Okay. Before I get started, I just want to make sure the PowerPoint is up and running.
Can I have him let you talk?
Yeah, that's right here. Can you see Mr. Killian, or is that not an option?
Yep, perfect. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate everyone's flexibility. We had our senior recognition for our cheerleading team today at the JP Middle School, and I'm calling in from the JP Men's Phys Ed office. So appreciate everyone's flexibility. We're here to honor our Winter Scholar Athlete teams, and at the end of each sports season, our State Athletic Association honors those teams and or individuals that excel in the classroom. And those student athletes and teams work extremely hard throughout the year to do the very, very best that they can. They're putting academics first, hence student is first in the term student athlete. To receive scholar athlete team recognition or individual recognition, our varsity teams have to have a GPA, and 75% of the roster or greater must equal or be greater to 90%. And we are extremely proud of all of our teams. The first team we're going to honor is boys Alpine and boys Nordic. Our boys Alpine team is coached by Chris Barker, and Alpine boys is coached by Tony Kerr. And you can see the gentlemen that achieved the scholar athlete status as part of that team. Congratulations, gentlemen, a job well done. If we go to the next slide, now we go over to the girls Alpine ski team, again, coached by Chris Barker, and our girls Nordic team, coached by Tony Kerr. We keep these together because even though they compete separately, they do have the same training schedule and the same competition schedule. Congratulations to our Alpine and Nordic ski teams. Thank you. As we move on to the next slide, congratulations to our boys varsity basketball team. And we can see that Jack McDonald made second team All-County. Boys basketball is coached by Scott Fitch. Very, very strong tradition. And again, congratulations to our players as they achieved scholar athlete status. Well done. Our next slide will bring us to our girls basketball program. And a special congratulations as the girls were Monroe County Division I champions. Ella Maybon made first team All-County, and Bella Pucci made first team All-County. We were also just notified that they were all Greater Rochester. That was in the Democrat and Chronicle this morning. And congratulations to Abby Smith as a second team All-County member. And there you can see the roster of our girls basketball team. Ladies, congratulations on your academics and your achievement for County Division I champions. As we move on to the next slide, we have our boys bowling team, coached by Rob Wrights and Jamie Maskley. Special congratulations to the team as they were Division I Monroe County champions for the 4th straight year. Kyler Ferguson was a first team All-County. Braden Maskley was also first team and a member of the New York State Composite All-Tournament team. Aaron Maroney was first team All-County. Owen Murphy first team, and Brendan Wrights was first team All-County and also a member of the New York State Composite All-Tournament team. Congratulations to our boys bowling team. Moving on to our next slide, we have our girls bowling team, and you can see the individual Scholar Athlete Award winners that we had. Congratulations to Raina Roos, who was a second team All-County performer, and also Mackenzie Smolnick, who was second team All-County. And again, our girls bowling team is coached by Rob Wrights and Jamie Maskley. Again, they practice and have the same competition schedule as the boys, but they compete as against other girls teams, as well as our boys against other boys teams. Congratulations, girls. Moving on to our next slide, our boys ice hockey team, coached by Chris Loretter. And there is the roster of the ice hockey team. Congratulations to Colin Harrington, who was a first team All-County and also first team All Greater Rochester. Congratulations to our ice hockey team, coached by Coach Loretter. Thank you for a great year. Our next slide is the boys indoor track team, coached by Sean Van Laken. There is our roster of the boys. Also like to congratulate Mason Yusko on making first team All Greater Rochester and qualifying for sectionals. Congratulations to our boys indoor track team. Moving on to the next slide is our girls indoor track team, also coached by Sean Van Laken. There we have the roster of our team. Many of these athletes are in 3 sports, as the majority of them, not all of them, but the majority of them are also doing cross country. And in addition to indoor track, they're just finished day 2 of outdoor track. They put a lot of time in, as all of our student athletes do. Congratulations, ladies. On to the next slide is our boys swimming and diving team, coached by Mike Kennedy. There is the roster of our team. Congratulations to our first team All-County swimmers. You can see them on the slide. Also, our second team All-County winners. A special congratulations to the team as they were second place at team sectionals in the Class A. And they were also state ranked this year in Class A. They were state ranked in the top 10. Fairport has a proud tradition in boys swimming and diving, as well as girls swimming and diving, and they work extremely hard. Congratulations to our swim team and Coach Kennedy. As we move on to the next slide, we have our wrestling program coached by Bob Rao, and there we have the roster of all of our wrestlers. I'm also going to add, as we go to the next slide, that I'm extremely proud of our district, our interscholastic athletic program, as we performed under extremely difficult conditions. Our kids were so diligent in masking up, as well as our coaches, and really represented our community with class and pride. I couldn't be prouder of how everybody has adjusted with patience and flexibility. The seasons have not been traditional. We've had seasons overlap, and everybody has been just outstanding. Our coaches have worked with each other, and it's really been a true team effort. Thank you to the Board of Education for your support of our interscholastic athletic teams, and also appreciate our district office administrators and Superintendent Brett Provenzano for all of your support. Thank you.
The list is always amazing. The number of teams that we celebrate continuously is emblematic of not only commitment to giving students a wide range of experiences in the athletic arena, but academically. And the depth of that experience is, like I said, always exemplified in our schools. So congratulations to our athletic program, and thank you for the opportunity to our Board of Education.
Next on our agenda of awards is the recognition for Schools to Watch from Martha Brown School once again. Dave Dunn.
Yeah, Mr. Dunn, I'm going to give you the opportunity to go right up to that mic because I know you're going to want to say some words. But before we talk about Schools to Watch, I do have a slide that I'd like to share right on my computer. I could get it up here and then get to the slide. But you know, what exactly is Schools to Watch, right? It's definitely a philosophy that is embraced. It takes a high level of commitment by our Board of Education, but it also takes a high level of commitment by our school community members at Martha Brown. The educational program that we offer is comprehensive, purposeful, integrated, relevant, and standards-based. We have organization and structures that support academic excellence and personal development. There's classroom instruction that is state-of-the-art that yields highly effective learning strategies. Anytime you go to a Martha Brown classroom, like many of our schools, but we're talking about Martha Brown, you're seeing interactions that are meaningful and relevant. Multiple different modalities of learning are occurring. There's strong educational leadership. This does not happen without that level of leadership. Mr. Clare and Mr. Dunn are here representing that. And a network of academic and personal support available to all students. You guys work tirelessly. Your staff works tirelessly to connect with students, all students, to give them every opportunity to be successful. And obviously, this is about professional learning. You create an environment that is conducive to learning, caring, and so much sharing amongst your staff. Our students are the benefactors of that. That's what Schools to Watch is. And it's a rigorous process where there's opportunities to reflect and improve and set goals and continue to grow. Truthfully, less than 3% of schools in the United States have this designation. We're proud that Martha Brown is being redesignated. Not surprised, by the way. So congratulations in this moment. I'm sure you would like to say a few words. Mr. Dunn, Dave Dunn.
Dave, make sure the green light is on.
Sorry. Well, first of all, thank you. And about 10 years ago, Brett Provenzano, building principals, Johanna Parent, we kind of led the movement to become schools to watch. And we are fortunate in Fairport that we have two middle schools to watch, as both Johanna Parent and Martha Brown. And I think in addition to everything that Brett said, one of the things that I think as a building principal I find exciting is every 3 years we have to reapply. And it's a very rigorous application. We keep saying, come on, guys, it can't, it doesn't have to be that rigorous every time. And it seems like it's more rigorous every time we apply. But it does put our whole school under a microscope. And every staff member fills out a self-reflected, a nationally based rubric. And it's really put your whole school under, put your programs. We've got the 7 essential elements that Mr. Provenzano shared, but it's also based on 4 pillars: academic excellence, social equity, developmental responsiveness, and organizational structures. And just by the way, this pandemic that we're just trying to climb out of, it really stressed all 4 of those pillars of schools to watch. But fortunately, we had those pillars of strength in our schools, and as well as in our Johanna Parent School as well. So we were able to withstand the pressure of the pandemic. But it does give us an opportunity to reflect and to kind of norm our practices every 3 years. And every 3 years, we spend time reviewing the data from the year before. I'm not going to get into the statistics, but there are certainly numbers that we look at. Anything above like 3.6 and higher, we kind of feel that based on national research are in place. So we always focus on the 3.6 and below. And cultural responsiveness, no surprise, is an area that we continue to focus on. It's an area that we're not really quite where we need to be. And I'll just speak for Martha Brown right now. So that's an indicator that we've been focused on for the last several applications to kind of get our scores higher, as well as others. So it does give us an opportunity to benchmark and be normed to some of the most effective middle schools throughout the country. And certainly appreciate the support of this Board of Education. Tim Sliz, Board President, you know what it's like to be a staff member on a schools to watch. It's a great feeling, but it also comes a lot of hard work because you got to keep that level up pretty high. And I'm pretty fortunate to have a very talented assistant principal, Ryan Clare, who's done a great job as well. Ryan, want to just chime in for a second?
Thanks, Dave. And students are unbelievable. For those of you in the audience and all of our millions and millions of viewers at home, the kids are absolutely incredible. If you could see what goes inside of these schools to deliver that instruction and all the new things that teachers are doing, stuff that's not on that application. But we were just reflecting, Dave and I, on our 6th graders coming back. I mean, anything you throw at these kids, they're incredibly resilient, talented, passionate, and they're amazing. So I invite anybody, if you want to come check it out, come to Martha Brown. We got to respect our visiting protocols, but I would love to show guests and parents, if we can, the great things that are going on. So appreciate the recognition. Thank you to the Board of Ed, and thank you, Brett.
Thank you both. This brings us to the call of order, so I will now officially start the business meeting of the Fairport Fairport Central School District for April 20th, 2021. We will start now with public comments, and let me read, please. The Board of Education invites the public to comment on matters regarding the school district. The public comment portion of the meeting is a time for the board to listen to you. Responses may be provided this time or by an administrator at a later date. Please state your name and address, and as a courtesy to others, limit your comments to 5 minutes.